put the wrong address in, right? It can just disappear.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. So this is Buddy Team. So we're starting the recording for Buddy Team Jay Nelly, September 19th, 2017. I'm going to go ahead and link here to our notes and recording. And we're going to do a training on our sponsorship program. So our sponsorship program will have its own budget. It'll have its own manager, right? It also has a coordinator, because there might be multiple managers that are dealing with different aspects of the sponsorship program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so co-coordinator position, as well as manager positions. Cool. So I think that's pretty clear as far as it being a program. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
totally.
so programs, organizations, they all function independently from everything else. So the next thing we would do here, also it has its own website already. But unfortunately, the website is broken. We have lots of websites. We have like 100 websites. All right, so sponsorship. I'm sure it's broken. Oh no, disaster. Even worse. All right, so we need to like get on it. Yeah, so that's an important thing that needs to be done as soon as possible.
I can work on the website.
Yeah, if you want to help with websites, it's just like they're a mess.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, so our sponsorship program is a project as well. So sponsorship is both a program and a project. That makes sense. So we would go to here, number 24.
Oh, we have to create those ones. Okay.
Create what ones?
Those ones, TPC LLC and J&J LLC.
Well, yeah, eventually we'll get all those, but this is the one we're working with right now. Is Jorge Lopez LLC, and it's actually Jorge JCL LLC, and then we're also going to do JCLCO. Let's start with JCL LLC. So the name is going to be JCL LLC. So the reason, typically we would never actually do the actual proposal itself. But the reason why this particular time we're doing the proposal is because he's paying us, right? He's a client. So you have the description of the project, right? So it's a personal business. It's a personal and non-personal business that he's making. Legal considerations, historical background. It's being evolved from an old business, which was old JCL2. Draw that JCL2 was the first one. So Jorge Lopez will be the 100% decision maker and owner. Decision making will be 100% by Jorge, unless it's a continuation of the old JCL JCL2, which that owns 1%. Cool. All right, so let's figure out what's going on with Mel real quick. Just finished my apartment in Palo Alto, can swing by. Okay. All right, so this is the most important question. So it's $15 a month for the LLC cost. And this is part of a broader service of packages, right? And us doing the actual proposal is actually a deliverable and a cost as well. So we can charge for that. This is the most important thing, is the percentage of total incoming cash flow that would go to the umbrella admin fees. So
7.5%.
7.5% is like our typical like average amount. Like that's what we recommend. I'm thinking maybe we should go down just a little bit. I mean, he approved us for as much as 15%, but he's also going to be paying us flat rate costs for all the work that we're going to be doing for him. So we want to give him a good rate on the actual sponsorship, and then charge full cost for all the work that we're doing, you know? So I would say 6.5. I think 6.5 is good. And he could change this if he wants to. He would just repropose. It shouldn't be a problem. So I think this looks pretty good.
Will that be like for start, or for the whole project?
Forever until he wants to reapply. So if he wants to reapply, he can change the percentage costs after the admin fees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. All right, so this one is pretty much done and approved. So there's not too much that needs to be done to approve that, because it's a totally legal, simple model, so we can easily approve that. It's cool. So then the next one we have to do is from scratch. So it's going to be a template application, or a proposal, template proposal. And then we are going to make a copy. People can also apply directly with the form on our website. So once we get that, so this would be the this is the JCLCO. Name of the project, JCL Cyber Organization. JCLCO, and this is going to be a cyber organization. Contact information, so this is going to be Jorge Lopez as well. Jorge at mind.net. Project. So this is going to be a cyber organization coupled within the Afghan community network to oversee cyber economic activity. So legal consideration, is this going to be part of a multi-organizational entity? So that's important. It's going to be multi-jurisdiction, which is also legal a consideration to make. But overall, it is pretty simple legally. So it's not going to be doing too much. I think the only other consideration would be that it's potentially intertwined with the space gravity exit projects. So that can add legal complications, but a historical background, none, it's brand new.
Okay.
Responsible parties is going to be Jorge. He will be 100% owner. Decision making is Jorge, 100% owner. And I guess the other thing about here is that, you know, Jay will be the manager. And that's actually important to note for this other one here too, is that even though Jorge is the owner, I am a responsible party as the manager. And then it's also contracted with FQN network for services. And so that management also involves all of us. Okay. And then in addition to that, whoops. All right, and then this will be the same thing here. Other details. So $0 per month. So it's not going to cost anything, but there is going to be a percentage of total income and cash flow. So I would just put this as 1%. So basically what's going to happen is the money is going to come through the cyber organization, and then it's going to go to the LLC. And when it goes through to the LLC, that's going to be 6%, and this is going to be 1%. and the total will still be 6%. So we take 1% on the backside, and then when it goes into the U.S. jurisdiction, into the LLC, we're going to take a 5 additional percent. That makes sense?
Yes.
Cool. And so this is good. Responsible parties, contract for services. I think that's it. So there's no like direct costs for the cyber organization. So for now, we're going to leave that at 0. So yeah, this is pretty much it. You know, and he's basically pre-approved this. So and then up here, we just need to add JCLCO proposal and link it. So these are pretty rare. It's even more rare that we actually go through a proposal with someone, right? But, you know, in case in the future it comes up that we need to do additional proposals, we might as well have a little training on it, right?
So, okay.
So we have plenty of other proposals that need to be approved and finalized. But
and
those
all
were the
of them
two
will be sent to Jorge Lopez as he's the only owner, right?
Well, no, just these 2 proposals he's already pre-approved them up to 15%. So he approved he approved the proposals up to 15%. We're only going to do 6% because 15% just seems kind of high. Because we want to charge him for the services, not for the not for the actual just fees. The fees are not where we're going to be making money with Jorge. All right. So I think that's it on the sponsorship proposals. Do you have any questions about it? Does it make sense?
It totally makes sense. Actually, I thought it was going to be a little bit more complicated, but it's not that complicated.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. But most people think it's very, very complicated. The most complicated part, of course, which is the hardest part, is the decision making and the percentage total income and cash flow. So if someone else
that is the part that was complicated for me. The percentage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, let's say you wanted to get a sponsored business with us. Like you could start a business, and you would have to just like decide what percentages would be and how you'd want to break it down and everything and who the owners would be. But other than that, it's pretty simple. And then this cost, right? This cost of this 6.5%, that covers all the costs for, you know, doing all the taxes, all the legal liability, all like the legal aspects of the business, so that you don't have to worry about that. You can just focus on the business. Pretty cool.
All right. We'll be also doing like any kind of assistant work or the website or something like that.
For Jorge's business, it's more of a legal thing. You know, businesses don't necessarily need. No, I don't have any Jorge entities. So we need a Jorge entities doc. Let me just double check to see if I don't have that. I assume that we have it already. So if we go to.
Okay, if not, I will work on it right now. This will be as this. Okay.
Oh, here I found it.
Oh, you got it?
We even have a. All right, so this is excellent. All right, so this is the old one currently getting dissolved. Businesses, personal entities. So these are the spawn. Actually, let's just put it down here. Sponsorship proposals. Bam. And you can just note here approved. Like that. Okay, cool. And then, oops. Okay, cool. So it's Jorge Entities doc, and we're going to go ahead and make sure this is linked correctly right here. So this is the Jorge Entities doc. Cool. So, all right, and then this is JCLLC. So we're going to eventually need to make a doc for JCLLC as well as JCL2 LLC. So all of these are going to need docs. So let me go ahead and link this here. Where do I do this? So we want to go to here. All right, boom. Okay, so I just linked the Jorge Entities doc, and there. So that under here, it would be helpful to make, or I'll bold the ones that need their own docs. So this needs a doc. This is going to need a doc, and then there's also JCLCO that also needs a doc. Okay. Can you handle that? So we just need 3 additional docs, and those will all be main docs. So every organization gets a main doc. So create 3 main docs.
I'm on it.
It's pretty rare. It's pretty rare that you make main docs, but this is a situation where we need 3 of them. And then Jorge has his personal stuff. He's got a couple different cyber organizations.
But it's because we are just setting up all his account. We can say like that account. I don't know.
Yeah, we're setting up his accounts.
Okay.
And then we need to do 2015, 2016, 2017 taxes for the business and for personal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of taxes to do. It's a lot.
Okay.
And plus on top of this, we're going to have 2017. Well, no, we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Although it might be possible that these aren't necessary. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. Cool. So any last questions on the sponsorship or just in general, Jorge? So the sponsorship program would have its own managers, but also Jorge needs a client manager as well. So that's another position that someone can sign up for.
Okay. So I'm working on the.
So
the name.
So Nelly, hello?
Hello?
Do you have any last question before I stop the recording?
No, I don't have any more questions because I'm creating the documents. The good thing is that I don't think I'm understanding everything. I will be understanding more once working on it. That's the way I learn. But the amazing thing is that you are recording this, and I will be able to watch the video again as I do with the manual logs.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then we can go ahead and add that as well to the list of training videos.